Okay, let's clear something up right now. Downsizing is not about living with one spoon, one chair, and a mattress on the floor. No, not even close. It's about finally making your home fit your life right now, without guilt, without overwhelm, and definitely without drama. Hi, I'm Tracy Lynn, and I help women just like you take the overwhelm out of their homes and finally create spaces that feel calm, easy, and right sized for the life you're living today. But here's the truth: my turning point didn't happen overnight. It wasn't until my clutter smacked me right in the face and a major life shift forced me to see that decluttering just wasn't enough. Downsizing was the real answer. And once I embraced that, everything changed. If you're new here, let me share a little bit of my story. And if you've heard it before, hang with me. I promise to keep it short. When we moved from our 3,200 square foot family home into a 1,600 square foot empty nester home, I thought I had this whole thing nailed. I mean, I'd been teaching about decluttering for years. I'd read all the books, done all the things, and honestly, I was feeling pretty smug about it. But oh, that confidence lasted about 5 minutes because the second that moving truck pulled up, reality smacked me right in the face. It was obvious there was no way all of our stuff was going to fit. Not in the truck, and definitely not in the new house. So, in full on panic mode, I did what a lot of us do: I threw money at the problem. Three giant storage units. Yes, three. And I crammed them so full, I had to pray the doors would shut. And then they just sat there for almost a year, holding 26 years of our life. Now, I wish I could tell you I breezed through it, but no, it was hard. There were tears, there was frustration, and there may have been some chocolate and a few dramatic sighs. But in the long, messy process, something shifted. I realized that memories don't live in boxes stacked in a storage unit, they live with me. I also realized life doesn't feel lighter when you're paying rent just to keep things you don't even see. And I realized I was trying to drag my old life into a new season, and it didn't fit. And that's when it hit me. Decluttering wasn't the answer, downsizing was. And once I made that shift, everything changed. Our home finally started to breathe again. I could walk into the kitchen without dodging piles, open a closet without bracing myself, and actually find what I needed right when I needed it. But it was more than that. I felt calm, lighter, easier. I wasn't spending my weekend shuffling piles or digging through boxes. I had time back, energy back, and honestly, my joy back. And that's what I want for you too. Because downsizing isn't about living with nothing, it's about finally making room for what matters most. Okay, so let's talk about what downsizing really is and why it's not nearly as scary as it sounds. Okay, so decluttering usually sounds like this: do I like this? Does it spark joy? Should I keep it? Or maybe you've heard the other versions: do I need it? Do I use it? Do I love it? And on paper, sure, those questions sound simple enough, but in real life, they're exhausting because every single item demands a decision. And after the first 10, your brain is tired. You pick up an old sweater and suddenly you're wondering, well, it doesn't really spark joy, but it was expensive. So should I keep it? Or you hold a box of cords and think, I don't even know what these belong to, but what if I need them someday? And on it goes. It feels like quicksand, right? Every decision gets heavier, every pile gets bigger, and before you know it, you're surrounded, stuck, and drained. That's why so many of us quit before we're even halfway through. We don't run out of motivation, we run out of emotional energy. It's like saying, I'm not drowning, but I am dragging. And who wants to live a life like that? Downsizing flips the script. Instead of touching every single item and asking it to prove its worth to you, downsizing starts with the space you actually have. It's not about emotions, it's about math and purpose. So you want to ask yourself two simple questions: how many people live in this home, and how much space do we really have? That's your boundary, that's your answer. Okay, so here's the formula: space minus stuff equals excess. And that excess, well, that can go. Suddenly, the decision making pressure is gone. You're not weighing the emotional value of 47 sweaters. You're deciding how many actually fit in your closet. You're not debating if a knick-knack sparks joy. You're asking if your shelves even have the space. It's practical, it's simple. It gives you a built-in limit so you don't have to carry the guilt of every choice. Oh, and the best part, you're not throwing away the things you love. You're keeping the best, the favorites, the things that fit this season of your life and letting the rest go. It's like stepping out of the quicksand and onto solid ground. Everything gets lighter, easier, and so much more doable. Okay, so here's the thing: when we don't downsize, the weight doesn't just sit in our closets, it sits on us. So every time you open a drawer and see all that stuff you don't use, it nags you, right? And every time you trip over a pile in the garage, it steals a little bit of your energy. Oh, and it's sneaky. It builds up over time until suddenly you're dragging through your days, wondering why everything feels harder than it should. That's the hidden cost of clutter. It doesn't just take up space, it takes up your peace. And that's why downsizing is such a game changer. Oh, and here's the real payoff: downsizing doesn't just clear out the extra stuff, it gives you your life back. Imagine walking into your kitchen and seeing clear counters, everything you need right at your fingertips. No more digging past three crock pots just to find the one you actually use. Imagine opening your closet and instead of feeling defeated, you smile because every single thing hanging there fits, feels good, and works for your life today. Imagine your living room finally feeling calm and not crowded, and your garage not stuffed with boxes you secretly hope no one opens. That's what downsizing gives you: breathing room. Your home starts to feel like this version of you, not a storage unit for who you used to be. And here's the best part: when that shift happens, it's not just your house that feels lighter, it's you. You wake up feeling calm and energized, proud to open your doors to friends, and free to spend your energy on grandkids, travel, hobbies, or just enjoying a slow morning coffee without clutter tapping you on the shoulder. Downsizing isn't about shrinking your life, it's about expanding it. Okay, now let me warn you, most of us make the same mistakes when we try to start. We overcomplicate it. We tell ourselves we have to do the whole house at once, or we get stuck agonizing over baby clothes from 25 years ago. That's when overwhelm kicks in and we end up quitting. But downsizing works best when you start small, in a place with no emotional landmines. And that's why I say start with something simple like measuring cups, winter hats, or your collection of PJs, not photo albums or heirlooms. These small wins will help you build momentum without getting stuck. Okay, so let's make this practical and simple. Pick one easy category. Maybe it's the stack of shoes sitting by your door, the extra water bottles hiding in the back of the cabinet, or the collection of flower vases under your sink. First, decide how many you actually need right now. Then choose the very best, the ones you love, the ones you use, and the ones that fit your life today. And finally, let the rest go. Donate them so they can be useful to someone else instead of weighing you down. That's it. No guilt, no drama, just freedom. And here's the thing: when you do this, you feel it instantly. That little corner of your home will breathe easier, and so will you. And that's the power of downsizing. Remember, keep the best, release the rest, and your home will finally feel like you again. Okay, so if this was helpful, go ahead and hit subscribe because I've got plenty more tips, no drama, downsizing solutions coming your way. Think of me as that friend who brings coffee and encouragement, but doesn't make you clean out your whole attic in one afternoon. Oh, and before you go, don't forget to grab your free downsizing guide. It's packed with tips to help you create a home that truly fits your life today. You'll find the link down below. All right, friend, it's your turn. Go get it and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.